All right, I'm out here at Campfire Steve and Hike with Mike. We're gonna check out Shiloh Cemetery. This is the gate into the cemetery. Let's go on and check out.
Do it. Yeah.
So we're here at this African American cemetery. It's called Shiloh Cemetery. It dates back to the early 1900s. And there's a lot of old graves out here. Let's go look at these ones here. Actually, these date back to around 1950 or so. And you can still read the names on them. There's also some veteran cemeteries as well. Let's go over here. Oh yeah, I see a veteran.
Usually that's a veteran.
There's a couple of them. Here's Robert Clayton.
World War II.
Yeah, World War II veteran. 1910, 1947.
Wow. Like you made it home just in time to go ahead and die. You know?
Yep.
Make it through the war and that's it.
Yeah, didn't live long after the war, did he?
Mm-mm. Might be a story behind that.
So there's another one over here as well. There's several veterans graves here. Okay, here we are, further back into Shiloh Cemetery, at another grave site here of a veteran. Let's go take a look. This one is from the Korean War. This is W.F. McGee Jr. Check it out, Hike and Mike. This is
wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive. And that date there, he must have died in battle. That
19
was in the middle of the war.
1927 and 1951.
Yeah. Wow.
So some of the history here. Over here is another casket.
Yeah, something I can add to this.
Yeah.
First of all, being a former gravedigger, I can say that these
Wait,
were
you're a grave digger?
yeah, gravedigger.
Wow.
And it was a summer job. Also worked in a tackle shop and all that kind of stuff. But this is usually the kind of thing you get as a government issue headstone. And a matter of fact, this is 1984. That's right around the time that I was doing the grave digging. And that's very common. Those were issued by the government. And then you'd set them into a concrete mold and you go ahead and put it in. What's interesting about this is there's hooks on here, and that's because this lid would be lowered onto what's called a basically a crypt, and it's a cement crypt, and the coffin is right inside. Generally, in most places, when you can get far enough down, it's not rocking away or something, this should be underground, but there's no reason why it can't be above. It's very heavy. You need a backhoe or something to lift this up. I mean, it's not going anywhere.
So if you lift this up, the
Casket's right
casket's right there.
there. Yeah.
I never knew that. I've seen these at various cemeteries, just like this, with the hooks.
Yeah.
And these plaques as
It's
well.
a shallow grave is what it is.
These plaques, a lot of these too. I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's interesting.
Government issue plaque.
Okay, here's a couple more graves over here. Check this out. These are old, but there's no dates on them, but you can see the name. I don't know if there was dates. Can you see Hike and Mike?
I can't see a date on there, no.
No, I see the name Rogers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Rogers.
Mabel Rogers?
Or Majorie, or Maddie? Maddie.
Maddie.
I think it's Maddie.
Okay.
It's Maddie.
Maddie, is it Maddie O? I don't know, that's weird.
It's hard, but then next to it, I don't want to walk in on any bodies here, but you have Amos Rogers right here.
Yeah, no date on that one either.
No dates.
That's interesting. So I just learned something from Florida Trailblazer here. These aren't survey flags for any kind of underground wires or construction or something. What's your explanation?
These are where people are buried. They don't have tombstones. They're gone. So these are indicate where graves are.
Yeah.
You can see there's one here, one back there.
So these are
At least eight or 10.
That there's just no stones, and it's just, they probably have some sort of an idea who it is, right?
No
Records or anything like that? No.
I mean, they might, but there's a good possibility they don't have any records of it, of who's here.
Like Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Yeah.
So they probably use like that ground penetrating like radar,
Yeah.
kind of like where there were bodies and stuff?
And they might have the original cemetery plot. There could be some information out there, like the old plot.
I have an alternate theory.
Yeah.
In the back of our, in the back of the cemetery that I worked at, there was the indigent plots. where the homeless were buried. And they were buried in spots that were just marked by just a simple stone with no name.
Wow. Hey, we're at the Shiloh Cemetery. Florida Trailblazer is going to kind of give us a little bit of details on this interesting cemetery in the middle of the Withlacoochee Forest.
Yeah, this is Shiloh Cemetery. It was an old African American cemetery. Dates back to the early 1900s. We start over with that.
Hey YouTubers, we're out here today at the Shiloh Cemetery, site of the former Shiloh Church in the Withlacoochee State Forest, and we have the Florida Trailblazer here to give us a little info or 411 on what we're looking at here.
Yeah, this is Shiloh Cemetery. It's an old African cemetery. This is W.F. McGee Jr. Wait, because we got...
The Korean War, yeah. He must have died in battle because look at the date. The war is still going on. Oh.